where we look at creating and implementing marketing and sales growth systems. This straight to the point. Now, as I said earlier, you have to ask those questions before you reach this stage, because this stage is very important, and you can only succeed in this stage when you have the right data to make the decisions or to design the system or the strategy that can bring you the results that you're looking at. If you want to double or triple your income, it does not start with what you sell. It starts with who you sell it to. That is it. And you are able to determine, who do I really sell this to, by asking the right questions. And of course, your idea validation session. You see, it's taking us back to the first course. That's why they call an institution, or they use the word organization. A business is an organization of the various moving parts of the structure that you're building. One is connected to another. So successful marketing and sales systems is driven by agile systems. Marketing and sales is driven by agile systems, or what you can call agility or dynamism. That is, you are in a position whereby you are always looking at quick ways and sustainable ways to improve an already existing system so you achieve the right result. You are not stagnant. You are not stuck. You are not, in other words, you are able to change your marketing and sales systems to meet the changing needs and the changing customer behavior. If customers are changing how they are buying, you are also changing how you are marketing. That is agile systems. If customers are changing how they are looking at products, you are also changing how you are presenting the products. If customers are changing how they are consuming your information about the product you're marketing, you are also changing the marketing channels. Let's say 2010, if you were not marketing on television, nobody will see you. But now there are companies who are making millions of sales and are marketing just on Facebook. They are changing. As customers are changing how they consume information, you are changing how you use their marketing channels. That is agile systems. So marketing has gone beyond you as an executive having a marketing strategy. You use one marketing strategy for the whole of 2021. You will not succeed. You need to be agile in improving the marketing strategy with the right data and making sure you have the right outcome for that change. Of course, I already said this, there's a difference between marketing and sales. Marketing is, how do we know that you exist? And sales is what you do before somebody gives you money. But before somebody gives you their money, they go through a 4-stage process. Please follow this carefully. It sounds like motivational speaking, but it's business. Before somebody gives you money, they go through 4 stages. Number 1, they need to know you first. Number 2, they need to like you first. Number 3, they need to trust you first. And number 4, before they can buy from you. Executives, from today, whatever that you are doing in business, whether you like it or not, this is what happens. And let me tell you something that is very funny about human beings. For some human beings, they will make they will go through these 4 steps in 30 minutes and buy from you. Even some in 2 minutes and they buy from you. For some human beings, it will take them 3 months before they ever buy from you. Like, for example, let's say like in consulting, for example, there are some clients that I have had that maybe I just speak in an event, and after the event, they come out, maybe after the event, we talk and we agree there on when I should come train their team, what I should train on, we agree on the price. They pay half of the fees there immediately, and I come train. Like in less than 30 minutes, I see the deal maybe of 200, 300, 400,000 francs. But there's one part that came to me last week, and Pat said, you know what? I've been following you for 1 year today. You understand? So, some will take a year old. They will know you for about a year. They start liking you gradually. It's as if it's dating. Marketing is like dating now. Marketing is dating, and sales and branding is what you now do to keep the girl. Whatever you do to have the girl, for the girl to come on a date with you, that's marketing. Whatever you do for them to stay and finally accept to date you, that's branding and sales. So marketing at this point is like dating. The girl needs to know you first. Like they say, no, let me know you a bit first now. And then they start liking you in the process. And then after they like you small, they start having feelings for you. And in that feelings, trust now comes in. And after that trust, and I say, you know what? I want to be the madam of the house. You understand? So that is it. So whatever they are selling as an executive, whatever your company represents as value, your target market, they will need to know you. And that's why marketing is the foundation of it. Until they know you, they will not like you. And until they like how you present yourself, they will not trust you. And until they trust you that you can get the job done, you can deliver, you are competent enough to deliver, they will never give you your money. The only thing that, yeah, you know, hey, they are product fine, the money no day. But the money is there, they have the money, but they will not give you the money. Because that trust has not grown to a level that they can actually give you that money. So always forget this. Now, a good marketing and sales system should do the following. A, it should help you predict your results. It should help you predict your results. That's one thing about a good marketing system and sales system. Like sometimes when we are marketing a program as a team, we always have a number of target people we're looking at. And so I always tell my team, okay, I think that if we do this and do this and do this, by the second week of this marketing, we should be able to get 10 people, 15 people, 20 people for this training program. If you want one proof that your marketing is good and your sales strategy is good, you yourself as the executive, you are able to predict the result of that. You're able to, oh, you know what, if we do this, we're going to make £1 million in sales. If we do this, we're going to make 10 million francs in sales. Number two, it should be able to ensure that you are attracting your ideal customers. Yes. A good marketing system should have a subtle plan in it to show you how you are going to attract your ideal customers, the perfect customer that you desire for your product. Number three is a good marketing and sales system is going to help you speak the language. It's going to help you speak the customer's language and give them transformation, which will ultimately position you as the authority in that sector. There is a way that your product, there's a way that your service can transform the life of a customer, and they start seeing you as a principality in that sector. Let's use Bible word now, right? They start seeing you as an authority. They start seeing you as a demigod in that sector. Like this is what Apple did. Apple was able to do this. The way they designed the Apple phones, the way they designed the Apple technology, and the way they presented it to us. From that day, anytime anybody comes in contact with Apple, they never like to use any other phone again. I have never seen anybody who use Apple and goes back to Techno or Android, except they are broke to buy the Apple. That's the only option that they have. But in their inner of inners, they would like to buy Apple. Why? Because Apple have been designed to give you a transformational feeling as far as mobile experience or laptop experience is concerned. And when you go through that transformational experience, there is one ultimate outcome. You start seeing Apple as the authority in the mobile phone sector in your eyes. So as an executive, when you are designing a marketing and sales system, it is your responsibility to make sure that whatever that you have designed should be executed in a way that it speaks to them in a language they understand, and most importantly, it gives them a transformational experience that they start seeing you as a demigod, as an authority in that field. It's the same like in the field of speaking and training and consulting. When I'm designing content, for example, I am designing training content beyond just satisfying the people that are listening to it. I am doing my best to make sure that let anybody who come across this content, either me presenting the content or them going to the course, let they go through that experience that will place me as an expert in their mind after going through that material. It is beyond you, it is beyond just teaching, it's beyond just designing for designing's sake. But there's an outcome, there is a subtle desire to be established as an authority in that sector. And you need to make sure that your marketing and sales structure or system achieve these three things. Number one, predict your result. Number two, ensure that your marketing is able to attract the ideal clients. Number three, it should help you speak the language of the customers and give them something transformational that will ultimately position you, the executive, position your company as the authority in that sector, in that industry, or in that niche. So these are systems that you should be building from today as an executive. Now, what is a system? Let me give you an example of a system now. After this, we're going to have an assignment where every executive is going to build a system around something. I'm going to announce that. Now, let's look at building a marketing system called lead generation. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. Example of a marketing system to sell a book. Now, remember, system is a step-by-step process. You get a point? Now, step one is that I'm going to design the book promo flyer. That could be I remember that a system is written down in a way somebody can take and replicate that system. Number two is you're going to create content to accompany the flyer, because you already know that your marketing system is incomplete without content to accompany the flyer that was created. Number three is reach out to newspaper and bloggers to feature the book. You understand? This actually, you know, I have written all together, I think 5 or 6 books. 3 have been published publicly, and all those 3 I have had good sales with them. And this is the strategy I use. This is my marketing system for selling my books. Reached out to newspapers and bloggers for featuring, right? And of course, when you start designing a strategy, you start seeing where you need to design sub-strategies. Like, for example, for this, for me, I already have newspapers and guys who like to write about the work that I do. So it's easy for me to reach out to them. Hey, guys, I'm launching a new book, a new feature in this and all of that. Good. Number 4 is reach out to friends and ask them to share the flyer and the content. Yes, I always do this. Not that I send stuff to people and ask them, please, can you help me share to other groups and on your status? In marketing, never be ashamed to ask for help. Number 5, you share on WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups. Remember that is part of your strategy. For example, I can say I'm in over 120 WhatsApp groups, and that's intentional. In marketing, when you're in business, anyway there are human beings, you should be there. You should be there. I am in those WhatsApp groups for a purpose. They are part of my marketing strategy. They don't know. I am in 700 Facebook groups intentionally. I'm an entrepreneur, so I need to be crazy at marketing. So if you are designing a system like this, you start, hey, you know what? I'm in only 2 Facebook groups, so I need to increase. I am in only 2 WhatsApp groups, I need to increase. Step 6, react to comments and follow-up questions, which we spoke about sales inquiry strategy. And here, what do? I already have a written message that when somebody asks, how can I get the book? I just copy and paste. How much is the book? I just copy and paste. How can I get the book in Yaoundé? I copy and paste. You see, when you design a system like this, you have backups to enhance every step for a success. So it's an example of a marketing system that you can just replicate, and you can share with your team, and the team can replicate. If you're a one-man army, you just replicate. Assignment for everybody, take this down. Your assignment is that you are going to build a marketing system, a lead generation system for anything that you are selling as an individual or as a company. When you do that, you email it. Build a marketing system, in bracket, a lead generation system for whatever you are selling as an individual or whatever your company is selling. Your steps must not be 6, please. Your steps can be 7, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 10. It all depends on the goal you want to achieve with that system. Remember that the goal of this one is focusing on social media. This is lead generation for social media. There can be lead generation for radio. There can be lead generation for a church. The church could be step 1, design the flyer. Step 2, print the flyer. Step 3, reach out to pastors, call and schedule for visits in their churches. Step 4, craft a message to present in front of the church. Step 5, bring a desk and put outside the church and wait for the church to close and share flyers or sell the books. Step 6, take contact with those who buy the books or follow up and keep them in the community. You see, I'm just thinking quickly. That's a system that I'm designing for that particular structure. So your assignment is design a marketing system, in bracket, a lead generation system for whatever you're selling as an individual. It could be a dress, it could be dresses, it could be wigs, it could be electronics, it could be accounting services, it could be agricultural products, whatever they want to sell, do that and email that before Friday. The next one, example of marketing system to continue marketing the book. Look at that. This is to maintain momentum of the marketing. Get a point? Step 1, identify the areas both offline and online where the target market can be located. I hope you guys are following this. Identify the areas both offline and online where the target market can be located. It's your job to do that in marketing. Number 2, build a team. Yes, please, the assignment should be in PowerPoint. Thank you. PowerPoint. Number 2, build, because you will present it in our class. Number 2, build a team, if possible, with a team lead. This is why you can build a team. You know what? You create a team of 4 volunteers or 4 interns or 4 staff, and you put a team lead. You are the head of this marketing team. Step 3, share on WhatsApp and Facebook groups daily, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, for 2 months without stop. I'm telling you, I can promote on WhatsApp until you start getting angry, and on Facebook. And I'll do that every day for the period, so that you'll be wondering, like, this year I've not promoted any of my books because it's not part of my marketing strategy. The day I will decide and re-put my books on marketing strategy, I can promote like every day for 1 month or 2 months consistently. And people are like, where is Jeremy coming from with this? It's because it's part of the strategy that I've built internally that I'm just executing it. Number 4, attend at least 3 events in Yaoundé and in Douala each month with flyers and products for display. Very clear. So how do you, if you notice, okay, 3 events, how do I do these events? Okay, I start looking at any event in Douala, I call the organizer and I tell them what I want to do, and I ask to come speak. If they have asked for money and I have money to pay, I pay, and I go do what I want to do. That's your plan. Number 5, review the marketing process and improve where necessary. Remember, agility, marketing and sales should be agile all the time. Agility. Another example. Okay. Now, for this, the assignment here is that when you develop this assignment for step 1, develop another model, another marketing system to maintain the marketing for a period of 3 months. For a period of 3 months. Same PowerPoint presentation. Okay. A system that enables someone to move from a prospect to a paid customer. Look at this carefully. Now, this is when maybe somebody comments, I'm interested, or somebody comes inbox on your WhatsApp, on Facebook, and all of that. What are the step-by-step process? Step one is that I greet them, right? Hi, thank you so much for reaching out, and all of that, you greet them. Step two is you create a rapport. You can create a rapport by asking them, hey, where are you based? What do you do? What prompted you to reach out to me? Just try to know them better before you start selling. Step three is ask forthcoming questions with expertise, if any, and identify the gap. For example, somebody can ask, so I would like to ask when somebody reach out to me for consulting, for example, I'd like to ask them, please, can you tell me more about your business and tell me about their greatest success so far? When they start talking, I'll start seeing gaps. I'll start seeing their struggles, even though I did not ask them for problems. But the way they will present their business, I'll see a gap. The way they will talk about their greatest success they've achieved so far, I'll say, okay, there's somebody who said, hey, since I existed, my highest sales is 100,000 francs. Okay, the gap is there. Why not make it 1 million francs? That's the gap I've seen. You get the point? Good. Step four is express the product value. This is when I start telling you, look, if you buy this course, if you pay for this consulting session, this is how you're going to change your business. You're going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, 6 things for your business. Step five is make the ask or call to action. It could be like there's a consulting session that I just saw this evening before coming to class, and the message I sent to the person was, okay, please, can we have a consulting session tomorrow at 1 p.m. in my office? And before you come for that session, please, I would appreciate if you pay 50% of the fee before we meet tomorrow. That's a call to action. That's the ask I'm talking about. You see? And is this a step, like this particular one is already in my blood system. It's already in my blood. This is why I approach majority of my clients online, WhatsApp, Facebook, and emails. Right? Greetings. I create a rapport. I know you better. I create an interesting question for you. You start giving me answers, and then I express the value of my product. It could be a course, it could be a training, it could be a consulting session, and then I make the ask. And after the ask, I send my invoice to you, and you pay with a receipt and all of that. Simple. So you see, so what I want to get here is that you can build. I have more than 50 systems for different things I handle in my business. So what I want to get here is the process of building the system. It's not for you to cram this, because when you master the process, you can build hundreds of systems and even build some and sell to people. I've built several systems and sell to different people, and I just use and execute. So building a sales conversation system is talking about what do you say when you want to create rapport, and what do you say when you are expressing value. It's very important in your whole marketing and sales system. What do you say when you want to create rapport with a potential client? What do you say when you are expressing value with this particular client? Okay, we're going to end here. We have shared a lot of deep things already, so I should not overbore you with a lot of information where you need to create time and study more. Tomorrow, I'll come to question and answer session. Tomorrow, we're going to continue with this, where we've talked about building a delivery and distribution system. If you remember from stage one, from day one, we spoke about making sure that as an executive and as a business professional, one of your most important business elements is to ensure that people have access to your product effortlessly. And to achieve that is by building a business distribution system or a delivery system. We'll talk about that detailing tomorrow. Any questions from the first session to the second session so far? Let's talk about it. Or any comments? Remember, it's co-learning, asking questions. So, who has a wild dog? Any question? Let's talk. Let's talk. Any question? Any comments? Okay, what did you learn? What did you learn the highest from today's session? Linda, Mr. Collins, Honorine, let's talk. No questions. I would like to get comments. What did you learn? What was so powerful for you? Claudia, Elizabeth, Hudson, Boris, Raisa. Let's talk. Yes, Donald, go ahead.
Yeah, what was particularly intriguing to me was the aspect of creating and implementing marketing sales. The 4 points where you mentioned that before people or before you see people's money,
yes.
They generally go through 4 processes. It's an eye-opener to me because sometimes you expect people to respond within a given period of time. But through it, I realized that sometimes, like you mentioned, that sometimes it will take some people about 10 minutes to run through the 4 steps.
Yes.
And for others, it will take them sometimes months, and it can even extend up to a year.
Absolutely.
And that's where consistency comes in. I think that was an eye-opener to me.
Yes, yes. And just to add that, there was a research that was done by one marketing institute in the US, and they stated that a human being sees something for 7 times, and they make a decision to buy on the 8th time. That's why it's good to consistently market, right? Consistently market until you get maybe the desired sales that you're looking at. Never get tired, because people need to see several times before they finally make the buying decision. Yes, Honorine, go ahead.
Yeah, I am a little curious. Why
Yes,
the
please.
term lead generation? When you talk of building a marketing system, is it like
Yes.
a generic word, or was
No,
it
lead generation is anything that you do in marketing that will prompt people to ask questions about whatever you're selling. That's
now I get it.
Yes, yes. So let's say,
you know, I was looking at the word generation as generation, like our generation.
yeah,
But now
okay,
it
yeah,
makes more sense to me.
yes,
Generating leads, okay.
yeah,
I
generating leads, yes, another way. Good. Yes, Alan.
Yeah, I just want to give a comment. I believe that one of the things that really caught my attention was the fact that you were able to differentiate between marketing and sales. Because many a times, even though we've actually talked about it in different sessions of different classes, but it's very clean and clear today that there is a difference between marketing and sales. And at times you market and then you don't get to make sales because you have not realized that there is a difference between the two of them. So that's one of the things that really really caught my attention during the class. But it was a great session and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments, question? Okay. If there is none, I would like people to get to work. Remember that everything I will share in this session, there will be no theory, there will be no. If I share one thing, I would like to be excited. If I share something, I don't know how to go and execute it, raise a question in that direction, because everything that have been designed for this Mini-MBA program is for you to get it, capture the value, and go practice the value. That is it. And that is how you win in business. That is how you win in business. Even many of these things I'm teaching you guys, many of you that have desires to start building private careers, I don't know, in consulting or business speaking or private coaching, counseling, whatever you desire. I know many of you here who have private desires in that area. Just go get to work, and trust me, a lot will change and you'll be challenged greatly. Okay, if there is no question, we end today's class here, and definitely tomorrow we're going to continue with marketing and sales systems, and then we'll also look